Yeah, get it on, man. Kyle Dunnigan is joining us. He is zooming in from parts unknown, probably New York City. Also, we got RUDY PAVICH in studio. Very funny stand-up comedian. I know. I've seen his act. And RUDY and Kyle go back as well. So it should be a fun show today. Good to see you, Kyle.
You too, my brother. I'm trying to find you on my Zoom so I could see your face, and I'm failing.
You're not missing much. I wanted to think about this, and I was talking to Dr. Drew on the ride in, as I'm apt to do, and I saw a clip, and I'll tie it all together, which is, I saw a clip with some Representative DeLeon, and he was explaining that the 6th Street Bridge is not really usable because there's no lights in it because the copper wiring gets stolen and sold. And so the bridge is covered with graffiti. They do street takeovers there, and there's no lighting. So people don't want to walk on it at night. Mm-hmm. Now, what we were promised was this utopian, modern sculpture that people would enjoy walking on with their families, with the ice cream vendors and everything else. But we got none of that. But I was watching the clip. It was a news clip of them going, here's what happened to the bridge. As I was watching it, the Representative DeLeon was explaining that they weren't going to put the wire back in the lights because it would get stolen as fast as they put it in. Mm-hmm. And so they couldn't do it until they'd fortified it in such a way, sort of like, you know what a vending machine looks like in prison?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Except for everywhere.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, it's in a fucking shark cage, right? Because a prison is a place filled with criminals. And so they can't just have the honor system with the Pepsi machine.
Sure.
Okay. But then I'll just show this to you, and then I'll go on an epic rant. And then maybe I'll ask Trump if we shouldn't just send in more troops to L.A. But we'll play this clip.
Iconic L.A. landmark still in the dark almost 6 months after thieves stole nearly 7 miles worth of copper wiring that illuminated the 6th Street Bridge.
In fact, they're waiting for us to repair them. They want us to repair them because every light post to them is an ATM machine. It's pure cash. So when we go and repair, what do? They go and they steal again.
Councilmember Kevin De Leon helped create a task force to crack down on the copper wire thefts plaguing the city.
Nice job.
More than 6,000 incidents were reported citywide last year, repairs exceeding $17 million. The task force also working on ways to prevent a costly repeat of the crime along the famous bridge, since repairs there are expected to top $2 million.
We need to come up with creative ways to reinforce the metals, the cement that protect and safeguard the wire.
All right, pause it there. Okay. Or we could have a family unit that didn't turn out a bunch of fucking gangbangers who steal shit from lights.
Sure.
Or we could reinforce it, just like I was yelling at Dr. Drew. We live in a place where they have to lock up toothpaste and batteries in cages at the CVS. Yeah. We don't have enough barbed wire and protective fencing to put around all of society.
Yeah.
All of society. Like, my kids are going to walk around in their own cage. They're just going to lift it up, walk, and then set it back down again, because we're at the point where every park bench has to have a thing in the middle of it so people don't bivouac there. Every 20-foot piece of poured in place cement has to have speed bumps on it so we're so lawless that we forgot about the law part and we just went right to put everything in a cage. Let me see that retarded bitch Nithya Raman and her plan, because she's a city council person too. Her plan to stop the catalytic converter theft is Toyota needs to do a better job of welding in their catalytic converter and possibly put a cage around it. But Toyota should talk to the people at the CVS pharmacy and go, where do you guys get the cages where you keep the shampoo? Because we need some for our catalytic converters. We'll just play this clip, and then I'll go on a rant. And maybe Trump, I guess you got to think about whether you're willing to send
I know exactly what to do here. I know exactly what we should do here. I'll tell you, the copper, it's a great conductor.
Copper.
So what we're going to do is we're going to electrify all the copper. So these animals, they get electrified, okay? Then we take the corpses and we block all the stool that's going into the ocean. It's a terrific idea.
Okay, wow, off the top of your head.
I don't need much time, okay?
No, you don't.
Doesn't need much time.
All right, so I'll show you. We'll revisit the Nithya Raman, who went to Harvard, by the way. And when I grew up, Harvard was like, oh my God, this guy went to Harvard. Now it churns out just flocks of retarded chicks who have the worst ideas in the world. So, oh, come on now, Andrew. I told you Nithya was coming. And then I said to Drew, listen, I said to Drew, 25 years ago, maybe more, when I saw the first set of razor wire going up around the freeway signs, I said, sound the alarm. Sound the alarm. What's gone wrong with our society? And everyone said, people are tagging this. I said, okay, listen, you understand this is from Escape from New York. Matter of fact, they did Escape from L.A. and they forgot the barbed wire around the freeway sign. They didn't get to that detail.
If they make the barbed wire out of copper, then the thieves can take it down. See? It all comes around.
That's why you're you. So I was yelling at everyone, it's gut check time for your society. It's like if you, as a dad who's struggling with addiction, there's always that scene in the movie where he's breaking the kid's piggy bank, his 5-year-old's piggy bank, so he could get a hit of crack cocaine. And he like looks up in the mirror and sees himself holding the kid's piggy bank and starts weeping. That's his bottom out moment, right? When you are getting razor wire to put around your freeway signs, the answer isn't where do we get more the answer is what happened. What happened to our city? We've bottomed out. We need to change direction. We got to fix this. That was 25 years ago. And I say 25, it could have been 30, but I saw it in Hollywood like day one because I have hypervigilance. And I got into Loveline that night and I was like, Drew, we have to ask ourselves, where are we going? What is going on in this city? Now, dumb shits like Nithya Raman and De Leon, they can't fix any problems because their problems is weld a cage around everything and that'll fix everything. All right, let's listen to Nithya Raman explain who's responsible for stealing catalytic converters.
Instead of responding to it with work, with urgency, with focus on actually addressing the issue, we say, oh, we'll just ban it. We'll just ban it and that'll be the end of it. Instead of actually thinking about what is going to address this issue in a very real way.
All right.
In this case, I think one of the things that really infuriates me is that we have a company, Toyota, who makes the Prius, that essentially has a device on their cars, which is super easy to remove. It's basically the value of a MacBook, right? That is put in a place that is incredibly easy to access in your car.
All right, hold on. This chick is a dumb shit. There's a thermos welded underneath your car. She's a dumb shit. And by the way, I like when she starts with, we got to really focus on the cause of the... It's a bunch of fucking kids without dads, you fucking idiots, and a bunch of illegals who are in gangs. That's the cause. The Toyota's not the cause.
Yeah. Something I noticed for the first time hearing this, who doesn't know that Toyota makes the Prius? Everybody knows that's calm. That's how dumb. That's right there. You're an idiot.
She had to check her papers for that. So it's as easy to steal as a MacBook.
I was going to say, why don't they just weld the MacBook in place of the catalytic converter?
Everyone I know has got their MacBook and backpack stolen who went to San Francisco. So, all right. So, I don't know, roll back 10 seconds, so I'll just hear her out. So.
A device on their cars, which is super easy to remove. It's basically the value of a MacBook, right? That is put in a place that is incredibly easy to access in your car.
Hold on, so easy that if I gave this bitch an acetylene cutting torch in 2 days and a hacksaw, she couldn't fucking get it out.
Yeah.
That easy. It's that easy, everybody. That easy that this dumb shit from Harvard couldn't get this fucking piece out of a car if I gave her 2 weeks, a floor jack, and a reciprocating saw, and an acetylene cutting rig. She could not do it. Okay, but it's that easy. You just got to cut through some welding. You know how it is? Like, you say to your old lady, yeah, go upstairs and fetch me a Q-tip. And she goes, it's not that easy. Not that easy. You just take a hacksaw and some WD-40 and you just cut through a cage. Yeah. And then you get me my Q-tip.
Yeah, go underneath the sink, grab your Sawzall.
You got to get under. You got a mechanic creeper, right, babe?
Of course, yeah.
All right, you got a floor jack like they use in NASCAR?
Yeah.
Good. Just jack it up, slide under. You probably put a flashlight in your mouth. Yeah. We're not doing this at noon.
Yeah, do I need a 2-ton or do I need a 3-ton? Like, how big are we talking here?
Listen, 3-ton will obviously hold 3-ton, but it's heavier, and you got to get it out there. Okay. So go with the 2-ton.
2-ton, yeah, you're right.
And maybe a jack stand.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I got a couple of those. Sure.
Yeah. Easy. So easy to steal. By the way, who cares how easy something is to steal? Evidently, the copper wire's fairly easy to steal. Evidently, everything's pretty easy to steal, bitch.
Yeah, by this logic, that means that the city is to blame because they're the ones who installed the copper wire.
They made it too easy.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing, too, if there were consequences for stealing this, then people might not steal it.
Well, she's not in the consequence business. She's in the blame the corporation business.
Right. I mean, back to the copper wire, though. You don't necessarily have to put cages over it. You have to throw people in jail.
Well, that would help, but then a lot of them are like illegal gangbangers, and we're not down with ICE. All right, we'll hear her out. Sorry.
Related to this issue have essentially all of the costs of that are given to us to bear instead of them having to manufacture a car that actually is not so easy to be stolen. I
don't even know what she's saying. You need to manufacture a car that's not so easy to be stolen, Toyota. Yeah, hey, Toyota, you should get your shit together. Yeah, I'm LA City Council. I have thousands of people dying in the fucking street, filth everywhere, and no fucking copper in the signs, no copper in the lights, and a barbed wire around it, and a failing school system. But hey, Honda, Toyota, Nissan, you better get your act together. You who create thousands of jobs and have incredible technology, you should do this. We have homeless people stabbing people with machetes in front of my fucking house. But Toyota, you get your shit together, bro.
Toyota, you are in the dark. Not as dark as the bridge that we have here in Los Angeles, but still in the dark.
You know, Toyota, because you make it so easy for people to be stealing your stuff with things. She's got a... this car's a Prius, which is made by Toyota, and with stuff that's so easy to steal because it's so easy for people to stuff.
Now, you have to have a cordless Sawzall. You can't plug. I don't have one of those. Mine plugs in. Like, you got to put some effort into getting that.
Yeah. To be fair, Sawzall's a brand name.
Right.
It's a reciprocating saw. That's off. But we get what you're saying, Justin. I just want to have some clarity out there. I don't want to get sued by DeWalt.
Right.
Yeah.
You understand? All right.
Ryobi.
All right. So we'll lock all the toothpaste and the batteries in a cage. We'll put razor wire around every sign. And we cannot have lights because the copper's being stolen. And Toyota, we're going to have to put a cage around those catalytic converters. Or we could start creating and crafting a society where none of that happened. Because the last I checked, there's many societies that don't have to put iron grates in front of their streetlights for As a matter of fact, I think we're the only society
Yeah.
that does this.
I was in El Paso this weekend, and I didn't know half that city is in Mexico. I don't know if you've ever been there before. Half the city is in Mexico, and outside of my hotel, they're doing construction, and they laid the giant steel, I don't know if it's steel or aluminum, like the giant, I guess, pipes that they use for the sewer system. So they laid them out on Thursday when I got there. I was watching these guys with the cherry picker take them off and set them down. I went to bed that night. I woke up the next morning, and every single one of those pipes, graffiti all over them. It was less than like 17 hours since they had put them out.
How low does your self-esteem have to be to put them on sewer pipes?
Sewer pipes, of all things.
So, listen, Trump, we ascend in the National Guard, for Christ's sake, so we can get some street lights going here.
Yeah, we're going through the country right now. We're going east to west, so we're getting over there last, unfortunately. I don't like that lady in the pantsuit, though. I feel like that's appropriating.
Yeah, you don't like the pantsuit?
No, there's every kind of fetish except lady in a pantsuit.
Oh, you're right.
Every kind of fetish.
Every fetish.
You just Google anything, except if you Google lady in a pantsuit, there's no website.
There's nothing. I don't know.
Nothing.
You're an entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur. Maybe we should start something up.
I don't think we'll have much takers. That's the problem.
Yeah, you're right.
The boobs look very weird.
Yeah. It's a real Hillary Clinton kind of look, right?
It looks very hippie. That's the problem. The hips, they go straight out. The hips go straight out. The boobs look weird.
Yeah.
That's so terrific.
Not flattering.
Not flattering at all.
Now, sundress. Now, that's a website.
Because you look, anything you're going to look up is nice. If you could look up it, Trump likes it.
Oh, I see. You can't look up a pantsuit.
You just see that. You see, it looks all just clumped together down there. Not so nice. But,
yeah. Anyway, I was thinking a little more about policy, what we could do, how you could help.
I haven't really thought about that. But more about the pantsuit. It is appropriating. That is for guys.
Oh, it's a guy. Yeah, it's got the word suit and pants right in it.
That's right.
Yeah, so you feel like they've appropriated that from the male culture.
That's exactly right. It's very offensive. I find that very offensive. It hides our junk and our ball sacks and our taint very well. That's what it's designed for.
Yeah. I feel like the taint's already kind of in hiding. You know what I mean?
You'd be surprised.
I didn't, I remember talking to Dr. Drew, my whole life, I was a guy who was surprised when I was 34 to hear there was such a thing as an upper sheet, like a top sheet for a bed. I didn't know that existed. Also, I'd never bought a suit or had a suit tailored, but evidently they ask you if you dress to the right or to the left, which is a weird one.
Yeah.
For me.
I go straight down the middle.
You go down the middle.
Straight down the middle.
Just like your drives.
Just split it in half.
Yeah. Well, if you put it on the left, that means you're gay. If you put it on the right, totally straight. Yeah.
So, and then we used to have a lot of codes where we knew one earring. Remember, we used to tell a guy whether he's gay or straight by his earring. We're all done with the earrings. There's 2 earrings. There's 3 in one ear. I can glean no sexual information off of an earring.
Yeah, earring in the nose. Is that all? Yeah.
Earring in the nose means angry white chick who hates MAGA.
Yeah, who's bisexual and won't do anal. And that's a little bit of a caveat. On the
a lot
nose
of
ring.
websites for both those things, by the way, Rudy, but not the pantsuit.
Yeah.
I was also thinking, God, let's see. Bill Maher had a clip, and we can play it for you, but Bill's been doing a lot of interesting work on his show. And
I do great work on my show. The one where I get really drunk and high, or the other one?
The one where you're drunk and high.
Yeah, I do great work there.
Speaking of, you had, what's his name from Smashing Pumpkins on there. I wanted to, it's been like 2 or 3 years since I've been on the show, Bill.
We're ticking through people right now.
Yeah, I've seen some people show up like for a second or third time,
Well, those are really good guests. I like a guest, that, lets me talk, ask and answer, as they say in courts.
Geez, I thought we had a pretty good exchange on there. I remember thinking, man, that was an hour? That flew by.
To some people.
Yeah, I like that you had Haktua
It was
Girl
torture.
on.
Yeah, you had Haktua Girl.
Yeah, and for the fifth time,
great.
too. That was
5
great.
times,
Yeah.
and yet it's been some years since I've been on, Bill. Anyway, I'm local.
Right. Well, I like people that let me talk the whole time. That's my thing.
Well, I mean,
You're kind of a gabber, to be honest.
You can. Well, you get Haktua Girl. She's 19 from Kentucky. I mean, come on now, Bill. You want someone who's a contemporary, who's a comedian, who can spar, intellectually with you and has the comedy chops to compete.
Right. Well, we couldn't think of anybody.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Bill. I was talking about me.
Yeah, no, we're you're terrific. I mean, I love your comedy. Whenever they talk about the greats, Cosby, Louis C.K., you're always up there.
Okay, Bill. I think you're being a little sarcastic now.
No, I'm not being sarcastic at all. I just talk like this.
Okay, all right.
It's just me being totally sincere.
I am pretty well respected in the industry.
Okay. I also laugh sometimes when I don't think something's funny.
Oh, okay. Because you didn't laugh at all when I was on your show,
No, I didn't get high enough.
All right, we have Bill Maher speaking here, and I want to commend you, Bill, because I thought it was a nice little,
thank you.
little soliloquy. Let's listen.
Just the fight I am been having with the left, while I'm, of course, the irony, as a lot of people in my position, is still a liberal, just a traditional liberal, won't go along with their, like a lot of the stuff that's just crazy out there too far, which gets Trump elected, blah, blah, blah. As I always say to my woke friends, we voted for the same person. You're just why she lost.
Oh, I get it. Okay. Took me a second. Sorry, I had to absorb that.
Okay. They're the people who don't want to talk. It's my main issue with them. And Charlie Kirk was a guy who, he was always talking. And I talked to him here. The right-wingers, say what you want about them, but they talk to you. They're not into this leftist think. The left really has much more of I don't talk to you, I don't want to deal with you, you're deplorable, I can't break bread with you.
Yeah.
That attitude, and all the right-wingers, they don't have that attitude. No, again, I didn't vote for them. And Charlie Kirk and I certainly don't agree on much politically. But he sat here. He's a human being. He's not a monster.
And a husband and a father.
Yes. And I liked him. I liked them all. They're all nice people when you meet them in person. And they're not as crazy as they would. Nobody's as crazy as they make them out to be.
All right. So nice job, Bill. I mean, I thought that was pretty magnanimous of you.
Yeah, the left, they don't want to talk to you. They don't want to break bread with you. They don't want to ride a bike with you. They don't want to go skiing with you.
Yeah, we got the picture.
They don't want to play Connect 4 with you.
Right, but no, wait, they don't want to do stuff.
They don't want to do hopscotch with you. That's the problem.
It's understood, yeah.
Hey, Adam, let me try to get you my schedule. What are you doing 2030? What is your year looking like?
Well, that's 5 years away, maybe more.
Well, we want to plan ahead. We want to make sure you're free.
Well,
why don't we put you in for the 4th of Who Gives a Shit?
I got a lot of projects to plug.
Then
Bill.
we'll skip it.
I have projects to plug. I do
don't want to
live
be a
dates.
burden.
I'm like you. I tour the country. I do stand-up comedy. We're like the same. We do.
What theater are you at? Which are you at the?
I like more intimate. I like more intimate environments. You know what I mean? Where
you're at Magoobies.
Well, yeah. I mean, just working on
Eddie's
material.
Banana Chuckle Hut.
Well, first, but I like to connect with my audience.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Okay. You like to stay at the Holiday Inn and connect.
Red Roof Inn on occasion, but I like to feel like I'm part of the crowd. You know what I mean? And being up on that high stage, a big vaulted ceiling of a theater, or hockey rink.
You take your private jet out of Van Nuys like I do, or where do you take your private jet out of?
I take a Southwest out of Burbank usually. Again, I like being with people.
Oh,
I like
Southwest, that's great. Do you pay extra for the peanuts, or do you in the back of the plane?
They switched out the peanuts about 14 years ago. It's probably been a minute for you, Bill. And they have pretzel sticks now, but I'll sometimes bring my own peanuts. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds like you're doing great.
Yeah, well, again, there's nothing wrong with Southwest. They'll get you where you need to be. I like to play the more intimate, smaller venues, where I can really look my audience in the eye and really connect with them and feel.
Go to the bathroom with them because you have to share the toilet when you go.
Well, yeah, okay. There's certain clubs that don't have a bathroom in the green room, and that's an issue.
It's awkward. It's awkward.
No, but you could get an escort from the club, like a security guy's not real security, but just one of the Samoan guys who has a windbreaker or something, and he could watch you pee. I
relate. I gotta share the.
You can get like mozzarella sticks back there.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll do like a Hawaiian burger sometimes. That's good, or like a barbecue Baconator burger. That's barbecue sauce. It's what it sounds like.
Let's get back to you complimenting me.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm saying we're both great comedians. We both tour the country. We wow the audiences.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And I thought,
wow. That's
wow. No, I mean wow the audience. I'm not saying wow.
Wow. I didn't laugh once.
No, that's not how I meant wow. I meant I meant it in like a vaudevillian way. Like, he really wows them. Like Scott Joplin and the entertainer. He really wows them in the cities and he wows them. You know what I mean? Like I would
got that reference for sure. I'm sure the kids got Scott Joplin reference.
I have I'll have an older crowd normally. That's why we'll do like a 3 p.m. show and then like a 5:30 show, because I have a more mature a season. Yeah, I played the more intimate environments with a more seasoned audience who, wants to have soup and get home, earlier.
Discount tickets.
Yeah. We won't give away tickets. I mean, sometimes we'll call into a radio station and like the first 80 people who say the phrase that pays might get some comp tickets or something like that, but it's not. I'm not giving away tickets to my shows. I have no trouble selling these tickets, and I'll do a meet.
Sound like you're like overly trying to tell me everything's going well.
I will do like a meet and greet after the show.
Oh, that's so pathetic. Meet and greets
with the book. I have
Rudy.
Books.
Do you do meet and greets? I doubt it.
I bet Adam
has merch. What's your merch, Adam?
Well, I'm glad you asked. I'm glad you asked. I'm one of the few entertainers that has a T-shirt with my name on it. Other people have T-shirts with their name on it. I do one with mine.
Let me guess. You got a mug that says Ace Man.
All right, you know what? We had mugs. Yeah, we'll do mugs. Mugs break. Southwest isn't always the greatest with the baggage handling, so mugs got a little dicey. The handles would start busting off. I'll do it. I'll do a T-shirt. I'll do a mug. I'll do a book. Obviously, my books. You've read my books. I'm very well known, and I wouldn't say beloved author, a celebrated author for sure.
I appreciate you. You sent me a book. Thank you.
Yeah, it's funny.
Makes a great coaster.
I sent you that book, and then when I went to your office when we did your pod, I couldn't find it on the shelf. You had all these other books. I was like, well, he's probably in the bathroom. He probably keeps it. He reads it on the
commode. Yeah, we ran out of toilet paper.
No. Well, that's funny. I meant you read it.
Oh, I read it in there. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Anyway, merch, meet and greet. We'll charge an extra $8 for a ticket, and they can take a picture with me. Like I said, it's a more intimate environment, and it's a more seasoned crowd. So some of these people, you know, they don't have so many pictures left in them, and they want to get a shot, and it's wonderful. And you know, we're done by 7:30, 8 o'clock, and
the crowd goes mild.
I wowed them, is what I did. So anyway, listen, I'm doing just fine, thank you. Okay.
I believe you.
And Bill doing work, you know, seeing both sides of the story. Now I think you've probably lost a few friends when you went over to have dinner with Trump. I think that was.
I don't have any friends.
Oh, that is true. That is true. But doesn't like Sarah Silverman come over and play basketball twice a year or something?
Yeah, she does. That's true.
I thought you went on a boat ride with Kyle Dunnigan.
No, we were on a plane together, but I don't want to acknowledge him.
Oh, speaking of boats, Bill. Every year I ask, he does this whole comedy jam in Hawaii. Every year he goes there for the first, right? And every year he brings all these comedians who all love me and respect me. And I go, well, I'm going to be in Hawaii too, you know, and maybe I could do it like what they call a drop-in set, you know, where I just drop in and do some comedy with you and the aforementioned Sarah Silverman. Wouldn't that be awesome this year?
You know, I canceled those and I don't do those anymore.
You know, because I saw a flyer I saw you advertising online for one coming up.
Oh, you know, that's all fake news.
Oh, okay. That's not real.
Fake flyer news.
Okay, so you're not doing those anymore.
No, I'm not going to be there March 7th.
March 7th? I thought it was New Year's. All right, well, I'll come out if you're going to be there.
No, I'm not going to be there.
Oh, okay. But you said March 7th then.
Yeah, we're not going to be there March 7th.
But why would you advertise not being somewhere on that date? It seems like a waste of...
It is weird. It is very weird that I said that.
Yeah. You know, it was weird. I don't know if you guys knew this one, but I was looking in the newspaper and in Malibu. It's an old story, but Caitlyn Jenner, when Caitlyn was bruised, got into an accident on PCH and like killed somebody, right? Mm-hmm. And then later on, Caitlyn's press secretary or whomever, confidant, who was a dude who transitioned into a woman, died in Malibu on the highway when her like ATV went off a cliff. Whoa. Like riding along Temescal Canyon or something, not Temescal, but Malibu Canyon or something like that. It was a crazy story, but it was also crazy that Bruce Jenner has been in Malibu and now there's two bodies connected to him from the road, which is kind of weird. It's also kind of weird that that his press secretary, confidant, assistant, whatever, transitioned as well, did a much better job than Bruce did in the transition department. And also, I don't know what etiquette is, because like when you're looking at someone who transitioned in front of your girl, how much time can you compliment that person? Because this person, I would say one of the few times I looked at a picture and just went, oh, this hot chick died in this whatever. And then as you read the article, they start talking about champion with trans rights and as a trans person. And you're like, wait a minute, that was a dude? Yeah. At some point. It's her friend and manager, Sophia Hutchins, died in a fatal ATV accident on July 2nd, so just a month or two ago, near Jenner's Malibu home. Hutchins, 29, was operating an ATV when she collided with a moving vehicle, causing her ATV to go over the shoulder of the road and plummet 350 feet.
I don't think there's a worse way to go.
That proves she's a lady because she can't drive. No.
Oh, come on, Caitlyn.
Yeah, baby.
You were just jealous because she made a much better she than you.
I kind of mesh with the ATV a little bit.
Oh, you like...
Yeah, baby.
Cut the
Couple of things. I didn't know what I was cutting. I'm just a lady.
All trans vehicle.
That's right. ATV. He cut the brake lines. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know. I found the whole story. First off, it was a very California story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And also, I would love my dream is to reanimate like John Wayne and like sit down and explain this to him. It's like he's like, I'd say to him, Malibu, lots of hot broads in Malibu. We used to go there, tilt a few highballs, Yeah, I get pulled over, but the cops knew who I was, They'd bum a cigarette off me. I give him $20. He let me go, whatever. Like that old world explaining, like, do you know who Bruce Jenner? Yeah, he's the world's greatest athlete. Guy's on the Wheaties box. Okay, let me just fast forward. A few things have happened. Here's a dude. Who is that? That chick's hot. I'd like to get a piece of that. No, that's not a woman. That's a guy. Oh, get the fuck out. And what happened to Bruce Jenner? Well, this is Bruce Jenner now. What the fuck? There's something called an ATV. John Wayne would never, he'd have to like sit down.
Yeah.
He'd get the vapors. He'd have to ask for a break. Like when someone was undergoing interrogation about some rape allegations or something where they go, could I just take a minute? And I was like, sure, take your time.
Yeah.
Take your time. John Wayne would have to do that. Right?
Yeah. Take my hat off when I see a pilgrim now. Like you take it off to a lady. He would be so confused.
I don't know what year do you think John Wayne died? Let's all just take a
60s,
guess.
70s?
No.
81.
He made it later.
Yeah,
he made it later.
It was like, you're right. I think 82, 83, somewhere there.
Yeah, I would reckon early midish 80s is what I would say.
I think
by the way, full decade after Bruce was hailed the greatest athlete ever. 79.
Oh.
Morgan and Morgan. All right, let's get real for a minute. Everyone talks about summer being sunshine and backyard barbecues, but you know as well as I do, summer is also prime time for accidents. Ever slipped by the pool? Maybe got rear-ended on the way to the beach? That's why you need to know about Morgan and Morgan. These are good people. They're big. You see their commercials everywhere. Yeah, they got a lot of experience, and they're big for a reason. They get results. They brought in more than $25 billion, that's billion with a B, for their clients just like you. I'm talking real stories. One guy got offered $500,000 for his injury, ended up with $29 million. That's a game changer. Thanks to Morgan and Morgan. That's why they're America's largest injury law firm. It's Morgan and Morgan, right, Dawson?
Hiring the wrong firm could be disastrous. Hiring the right firm could substantially increase your settlement. With Morgan and Morgan, it's easy to get started, and their fee is free unless they win. Just visit forthepeople.com/Adam or dial #law #529. That's forthepeople.com/Adam or dial #law #529. This is a paid advertisement.
Was that you and I talking about Married with Children and how many times they made they called the Bruce Jenner thing him transitioning well before Caitlyn Jenner came around?
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they would always have jokes about did you know that Bruce Jenner is now a woman? And then I just saw a clip where they had Marcy Darcy on, and somebody walks in the room and goes, "Hey, Bruce Jenner." And
wow.
this was like 7 years before Caitlyn Jenner showed up on the scene.
There is, now I don't know what year that's from, but there's plenty of tape of me saying to Dr. Drew, Bruce Jenner's turning into a chick. And then him going, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And I'm going, I don't know what I'm talking about either, but that dude's turning into a chick. And I was just, I have hypervigilance. So my spidey sense was tingling, and that's from 95, 96. But Married with Children is before that,
yeah. So this was like, I think some of those clips they show were from like 91, maybe 90, 91 or late 80s. So it's got to be somewhere in there. But yeah, they were like the vanguards of calling it before anybody else was. You and Married with Children, I guess.
So I'll give Married with Children. They scooped me on it. It was all in the eyebrows for me. His eyebrows started looking like Kyle Dunnigan's eyebrows. And that's when I got suspicious.
Yeah.
We have the clip from Married with Children.
Oh, nice.
Oh, the internet's it. Absolutely amazing. I will say this while they look for that clip or cue it up. In the vein of Bill Maher talking about both sides getting together, I had a corporate gig to do, and we'll play you this. What year is this from? Well,
that's Jefferson, so it's got to be in the 90s at some point.
It can't be 89 or even 91. Or it's got to be a little later.
A little later, yeah.
We'll try to figure out what year Jefferson. When did it end? Married with Children.
Good question. Probably 98, 99?
I got to believe this is toward the end, but go ahead. We'll play it.
Excuse me. Aren't you Bruce Jenner?
Wow, there it is.
But suspiciously looks a lot like Bruce Jenner.
It does look Bruce.
Yeah.
I'd have to confirm with Drew, but I probably started in 96 with my Bruce Jenner talk. The thing that was funny is I had this corporate thing, and one of the guys who's going to be there is Antonio Villaraigosa, who was the mayor of Los Angeles for what felt like 30 years, but it was maybe 8 years or something. But he was a long-running mayor. And his real name is Tony Villar. He just changed it to Antonio Villaraigosa so he can get votes from the Hispanic community. And he was a horrible mayor. Now, he's not as bad as Karen Bass because she's just a fucking communist and she's a dunce. But he's a dope, too, who failed the bar 4 times and never passed it. Just failed it 4 times. And I always talk a ton of shit about Tony Villar. And he's going to be at this event. So they said originally, I said, well, what are they doing? They go, well, you're interviewing Antonio Villaraigosa. And I was like, I don't think that's going to work right because I got questions. You know what I mean? And they're used to softballs. So they said, well, let us check with him and see how that's going. And Mike August checked, and, you know, Mike's always confusing. And he called back like the next day and he went, we're on. And I was like, we're on? He's like, we're on. And I said, they're going to let me. Antonio Villaraigosa agreed to let me go out on stage in front of a group and interview him. Well, they said yes. I said, okay. And then I had this thought, like this momentary thought, where I thought, you know what? Good for him. Good for him. Let's have a fucking spirited debate. He's got his point of view. I got my point of view. Good. We'll come together. And Charlie Kirk is smiling somewhere in heaven right now. And when what Bill Maher said, that's right. We should do more of this. And then so I called Mike yesterday and I go, okay, so what's the schedule? And he goes, well, there's a meet and greet at 5. That's 5 to 6. And there's an hour and a half off. And then you're going to get up there with the owner of the company and you're going to get up on stage and do some stand-up or something like that. And I go, okay. And then what's going on with the Villaraigosa stuff? And he goes, oh, that's not happening. I said, you said it was on. No, I said you got the gig, but there's people said, no way.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, why are you all such fucking cowards? And by the way, you're the mayor of Los Angeles. Come fucking school me up. Settle my hash. You know what I mean? Like, straighten me out. Tell me what I got wrong. Tell me all that you've done right, what I've got wrong, why Karen Bass is awesome, why the fires were not preventable. Like, you tell me all the stuff I'm wrong about, or you can just go fucking hide, which is all they do. And the real reason they don't want to get into this, and you know, people go, they say all the time, they go, oh, why can't they sit down and have a conversation? You know why? Well, any conversation that I'm right about, I've never shied away from. Do you know what I mean? Like, they said, oh, how about some couples counseling? And you go, okay. And what are we going to do? Well, you and your girl, you're going to sit in this office, and there's going to be another woman, and she's going to sit across, and we're going to try to solve some of this stuff. Okay, what's the issue? Well, she thinks you've been cheating. Okay. If you haven't been cheating, then you go, yeah, set it up. I want to get a third person in it. I will explain to them. I'll give them my phone, and I'll explain to whatever. But if you have been cheating, you go, fuck that. I don't need fucking rent a friend talking about it. I don't even know. By the way, I'm not going to sit in the same room with you, you bitch. I'm not even going to. All right, because you can't win. You're not going to win.
Yeah.
If these fucking people could win, they would sit down and they'd go right. Anthony Fauci would go right onto Tucker Carlson's show and go, I'm going to fucking school you up about COVID and about vaccines, and I want to get to your audience anyway. I mean, think about it. his audience, Fox audience, is huge. CNN's audience is dwarfed by the Fox audience, and you're Anthony Fauci, and all you want is people to get vaccinated, and the people who aren't getting vaccinated are the people that are watching Fox, but you won't ever go on their show. Well, why not? That's where the audience is, and that's where the people who need vaccines are. So go on there with your wealth of information and just convince those dumb troglodytes how to get vaccinated. But you won't do it because you're fucking scared because you've been lying. That's why you don't come on. So everyone goes like, he said, she said. Why does these guys, Bill O'Reilly, love him or hate him, he'll go on anyone's show at any time. All the conservatives will go on Bill Maher's show, and they know Bill Maher disagrees. They'll go right on his show because they have an argument that's based in something and they feel like they can support it. I think a lot of the progressives feel like they're just fucking lying, and there's no way Kamala Harris is going to go expose herself. Now, Trump will go on with Joe Rogan and go, fuck it. Yeah, 3 hours? Fine. I don't care. She won't. She has to preset everything. Why all the rules, and why are they not going on if you're just right?
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm just a guy being accused of murder. Didn't murder anybody. Do you want to talk to me? Yeah. I'll talk to the police.
Sure.
You just get any lawyer you want. I'll tell you exactly where I was.
Yeah.
All right. So that's the part we're missing. Like, Bill is missing the third part, which is all the Republicans will come on. None of the Democrats will. Why? Why won't? They're more than happy to go to Morning Joe every other day.
Yeah.
Every day they'll go on Morning Joe. So they're not camera shy. They want to go to friendly places that aren't going to ask them real questions. And then they go, well, they're worried about being ambushed or treated unfairly. You can't ambush someone who has all the information.
Sure.
Any one of those doctors who had alternative opinions about COVID would go on any show, and they weren't worried about being ambushed. They had the data. So how can you ambush? How can the cops ambush a guy who never committed murder?
Yeah.
Now, how can the therapist ambush the husband that didn't cheat?
Yeah, well, when you have no facts, it's hard to come up with something in the moment.
That's true.
Yeah, so that's why you sit behind Twitter and you sit behind Instagram and Facebook and you call people simps because it's so much easier than actually having to sit and have a conversation with somebody.
Did we figure out what a simp was?
You know, I went through all the comments when we posted that clip, and I do believe most people just thought it was like a simple person, like a simpleton.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, it's a sympathetic.
Oh, you see, this is the problem.
But the problem is the way he spelled it was SIMP, not SYMP. If it was SYMP, I would say sympathetic.
Yeah,
but
it's stupid
who's he
either way.
sympathetic to?
Well, what do you know, Dawson? Do you know?
I don't know for sure, but yes, it's someone who defends someone else at all costs. It's like, I'm sympathetic to this guy, lift him up on a pedestal.
I get it. Do they spell simp? Well, maybe there's two simps.
Well, they can't fucking spell anyway, so that's not.
Is there a simp with a Y on the internet that means something, though? I'd be curious.
I'll see.
That was Keith Overman calling me a simp.
Adam, would you run for mayor ever? I think you'd be good with debates.
I'd love to run for mayor.
Would you really? Because I think you'd have a chance. I'm not kidding.
I don't know. It's weird. I mean, maybe you're right. Let's see. Simp, S-I-M-P, is an internet slang term describing someone who exhibits excessively sympathy and attention toward another person. That's that simp. Yeah, I think that's a more insulting simp. Being called simple these days is almost...
So what is he saying? That you're like a right-wing sympathizer, a MAGA sympathizer? Is that what he's calling you?
I am, but I wasn't talking about Trump or anybody.
Yeah, that's the weird part. Yeah.
That's the thing, is people's hatred for Trump has rendered them incapable of critical thought. But on the Urban Dictionary, SYMP, simp, has a meaning. A man who places importance on a woman's irrational problems. He is sympathetic to her petty nagging and believes it will get him laid.
Oh, that's what I thought.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah.
That's what I do.
Speaking of hatred for Trump, I was hanging a mirror for somebody at their house the other day, and when I grabbed the drill to put the hole in the wall to put the anchor in, I said, "Drill, baby, drill."
Oh, really?
Pissed off.
Really?
Angry about it. Had to have a sit-down conversation with me. And I was like, I didn't even realize. I was like, I didn't realize you were that angry about it. She goes, I've been thinking about it all day. We need to get this in the open. I was like, I'm doing you a favor. Why should I be able to say whatever I want? I'm the one doing free labor.
The real headline here is that Rudy's working for TaskRabbit now. So evidently the stand-up is not going according to plan.
You're right. Only 5 shows in El Paso this weekend. And I walked away with no... The problem is I'm not selling your merch and skimming off the top. So now I got to go to TaskRabbit.
I would be a great TaskRabbiter. So you are doing this person a favor.
Absolutely.
And what do you think? I'm going to put this out there. What do you think the number one task of the TaskRabbit is? Now, there must be somewhere. Now, I don't want the boring answer, which is light gardening.
Yeah.
Or something like that. I want hang a mirror, fix a garbage
mount
disposal.
The TV. We both agree in here. It's mount the TV.
Mount the TV.
For sure.
Mount the TV's good. That's mount the TV.
Yeah.
Clean a closet, dirty closet.
Dirty closet?
Yeah, shelves. Probably shelves.
Like a organizer. Do they do that?
Yeah. Hanging a picture or a mirror is pretty good. Mm-hmm. But when I mount the TV, feels good. TVs are almost free. Everyone's buying them, and the ability to first off. I miss the old school Milwaukee bar TV, which was like a 27-inch Zenith that was like 41 inches deep, and it was on a piece of plywood with like plumber's tape and a bungee cord, and it was like in the corner. And like people would sit under it sometimes, but the thing will fucking kill you if it falls off of its perch. The TV was invented in like 1939. And the TV mount was invented in 2002.
Yeah.
And after that, we just had like plywood. Like we had pickup trucks, but the camper wasn't invented for like the first 28 years, and guys would just make their own shells and stuff. Been thinking about this a lot, like stuff that took too long. Kyle Dunnigan.
Yeah.
Why did it take so long to put wheels on luggage?
That's what I was thinking as you were talking. The wheels on luggage, it's so obvious.
It's like literally we had 2 cars parked in my driveway. In 1967, there'd be 2 cars with wheels parked in the driveway, and some guy would have a steamer trunk on his back on. I'm going to the airport, just dragging. Right, and right behind him, his kids would be dragging the trash can.
Yeah,
it's trash day tomorrow. Dragging right in between the 2 cars with wheels on both sides. But the wheel was invented in 5,000 years ago.
Yeah, but the small wheel wasn't invented until the 80s.
We had roller skates and skateboards. Okay. I want to say this. I believe the reason the wheel was never attached to luggage is it has the word lug in it.
Oh, sure, yeah.
You lug.
Yeah.
You lug that shit. You drag that shit.
Yeah, there's a great Miller High Life commercial where the voiceover goes, any man who wheels his luggage should wheel his dignity right out the door, too.
Yeah. Not considered manly.
Absolutely.
The number one task on TaskRabbit is mounting the TV. Mm-hmm. Good call in there. Followed by furniture disassembly and assembly. Okay, that makes sense. You buy shit from IKEA. Mm-hmm. Can't do anything about it. Third place is caulking and sealing. It kind of makes sense around the sink, bathroom, all that kind of stuff.
Gets moldy.
Gets moldy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I always thought for the longest time that was my sign that you were a made man. When your TV hung on the wall and then your microwave hung on the wall above the stove. Like that was, because for the longest time I had apartments where the TV and the microwave were on the same TV tray, right next to one. And you couldn't run the microwave at the same time you're watching TV because the TV would get lines in it.
Oh, yeah.
And now when they're both hanging on the wall, but that was the sign that you made it. And now every apartment you go to, everybody's got a TV hanging on the wall. It's not like it used to be.
And they're big and they're light and they work. Dawson, you can find in the computer, speaking of tub caulking, if I show you a picture of the bathroom of the house I grew up in, and you see the amount of caulking that was in the tub.
Oh, yeah.
The tub caulking of my house that I grew up in, all pre-TaskRabbit. Now, my family would have never called anyone from TaskRabbit because they were, they're $40 an hour. The equivalent would have been $9 an hour, but that would have been way too rich for the Carolla blood. But no one ever pulled out the old caulking. They just put new caulking. Like at a certain point, they're spreading it on with a flip-flop. Like it was like mega caulking. And obviously it would leak and get mildewy and stuff. Somewhere in the computer is the house I grew up in North Hollywood. Not a good sign. It's a crazy Southern California story. Bought for $10,000 in 1952. Resold, I would guess, in about 2017 for $675,000 and promptly bulldozed. That's like in Forrest Gump's Jenny's house. That was bulldozed, and it's also a bad sign when your house was bulldozed.
Yeah,
that's bad. All right, I will show you this bathroom. And if you pull in tight on the caulking at the bottom there, you will see 2.5 inches
look at that.
of caulking at the bottom of this
Ooh.
with fake wood. By the way, that wasn't like in the guest house bathroom. That is the bathroom. There's one bathroom. It's got 70 linear feet of caulking in a 3-foot span. That's like 70 pounds worth of caulking shoved into the corner. Is there any way to blow that picture up?
Speaking of John Wayne, that looks like his wallpaper. That looks like, is that covered wagons and Indians on that wallpaper? What is that?
By the way, there's the TV. Now, this is after I've left.
Oh, you're right.
And my mom bought a TV. She would buy stuff at yard sales and just set it around. TVs set around. Yes, Dawson.
Is that a laundry room behind there? And did you have a washer and dryer? Or at least a washer?
Okay, let me...
Mom strikes me as a clothesline type lady.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let me explain. In the three adult houses...
That's the laundry room / bedroom.
No. Okay. That's the toilet behind the wall. I'm standing in the doorway of this miniature...
Oh, okay. I see the toilet.
There's a toilet back there. I will say that in modern times... in single-family homes, the Carollas, are you ready? Rudy thinks he was poor with his Michelob beach towels. Out of 3 adults, this is people in their 40s and above, grandparents in their 60s, 70s, dad in his 40s, mom in their 40s. 3 adult families living separately in 3 freestanding single-family homes. 1 washing machine, 1 clothes washer, 0 dishwashers, 1 clothes washer, 0 dryers. These are modern people living in modern times as adults. No. By the way, when you don't have a clothes dryer, it fucks up your schedule. Because, I had 1 pair of white sanitary socks to wear with my East Valley Trojans uniform, right? Yeah. I had 1 pair of socks. You didn't have multiple. Who are we, the Rothschilds with multiple socks? I had 1 pair that went up. The others were like mismatched and too low and whatever. And if you somehow discovered game day, the fucking sock was at the bottom of the hamper and you had to wash it, you didn't have enough time to dry it.
Yeah.
It's depending on, which direction the Santa Anas were blowing. But no, we had a clothesline in our backyard. I'm just like Dust Bowl.
Yeah.
Shit, my mom never got a dryer.
I can't tell you how many times my mom would wash clothes and the dryer would be on the fritz, or maybe we just didn't even have one, and we would hang the shirt outside of the car. We'd roll the window up and then put the shirt in and just let it flap in the breeze while you're on the highway to dry it out.
Yeah, we had... the washer, by the way, there's 1 family, not my grandparents and not my dad, but my mom's house. This house had 1 washing machine that was in my room. So my room possessed
and it wasn't
the washing
installed. Machine. It was, you could move it, right?
No, that was the
dishwasher that's in someone else's house.
That was
did the dishwasher and the washing machine live in the same house?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had the
Wow, it struck gold. at that Carolla
my room.
residence.
My room had the washing machine, the water heater, and the meter.
Yeah.
The meter reader had to enter my room once a month. Once a month, the dude from the city.
Jeez.
I had a back door.
How you doing, kid?
Hey, out of the way. He'd walk in. He would open my closet.
Yeah.
And he would read the meter, and he'd walk back out again.
Did you ever get down on one knee and be like, what are they doing to you, son? Are you okay?
It's all illegal. By the way, I should have died of carbon monoxide poisoning like 75 times because between that, and also there was no air. So the water heater, this hot 50-gallon tank sitting 4 feet from my bed, just a hot radiator, middle of the summer, just putting it out 24/7. Not good. Sorry, caulking picture one more time. I'll put that up at adamcarolla.com. But yeah, that bathroom,
dude,
that was such a shithole house.
While they're throwing that up, when we were in college, like our college years, La Crosse, Wisconsin, there was 2 laundromats. One had pay washer, unpaid dryer. One had unpaid washer. Other one was paid dryer.
Oh, I know what you
you'd
did.
literally go to one, you'd wash for free, and then you'd take all your wet clothes, walk them 4 blocks down, throw them into the free dryer, and then walk them back to your apartment.
So it's so time consuming to be poor,
isn't it? Yes.
Everything is just time consuming.
The bus is. I don't know how people do it. I get that it costs $1.25 to go one way, but it takes you 2.5 hours to get to work.
I've no idea. Every cleaning woman I've ever had in LA has taken the bus from like Boyle Heights. It's a 5-hour excursion, you know? And the weird thing is, I wanted to say this about, all right, I'm getting depressed, but how much more caulk could you fit in the tub's blue, the shit's brown, fake wood paneling.
Who's taking that thing that you have the thing across the tub? Like someone actually takes baths in that. That's the high end thing to do. You don't take a tub in those kind of tubs, but is that your mom?
Taking a bath in those. I honestly don't know what happened in that bathroom. I don't know.
Did you just use a piece of dried caulk to plug it? To like put it on the bottom?
Yeah.
Like, there's no drain plug.
I never took a bath and I almost never took a shower. So I didn't wash. I would go into like the neighbor's pool and like rinse off, and sometimes I'd use the hose. But I didn't hang out in the bathroom too much.
Awesome.
Is that soap just caulk? Like more caulk?
Yeah. We'd use the caulking soap. Yeah. It had conditioner worked into it. It was called Caulk Plus. It was a shampoo, conditioner, caulking that you could be worked. You know, and it was also no tears. You know, it was safe to use on kids.
Yeah.
I remember that. Jesus Christ. My fucking parents are so lucky I wasn't an adult back then, because I would have walked in and went, what the fuck are you idiots doing? What the fuck is going on here? What are you doing? No more caulk. Norca, get a fucking utility knife, clean this shit out. Why are you living this way? What the fuck happened to you? You're not idiots. You speak English. Your family's been here for 150 years. Why don't you get your fucking shit together? Jesus Christ.
It looks like that little rack there is actually caulked into the wall. Like I just went over the rack and just dried it right in.
I'll show you a picture of the kitchen now. The kitchen, you can see the paint peeling off the cabinets. It's like you become an adult and you realize it's not that big a deal to paint your kitchen cabinets. It's a weekend job. It's you can do it. And by the way, you only need to do it like once every 7 years. It's no big deal. It's all doable.
Yeah, whoever ran that bead going up the wall, that looks great. It's the bottom around the circumference of the tub where it really goes to shit.
I have a feeling that's been recaulked a few times, right?
Oh, there's multiple.
But we don't clean it. Let's just go right over it. Go over it.
Yeah. I mean, my stepdad, John, should have probably got out the X-Acto and trimmed a little of the old caulk off, but he just went over the top. Also, at a certain point, it's like spilling food in a prison cell. Do you really care? Do you know what I mean? Like, does anyone really, like, you're living in a trashed house.
Yeah.
Do you care what your environment looks like? Answer is no. Everything's just garbage.
Yeah.
Home chef, you find yourself eating the same thing over and over again. When you're feeling burnt out, So you don't have time to search around for new meals, and you don't want to pick out the ingredients and learn how to cook something new. So it's the same old repetition. Home Chef gets it and is here to make meals easier and healthier, along with tons of variety. Home Chef has over 30 options a week and serves a variety of dietary needs. Plus, Home Chef customers save an average of $86 per month on groceries. Right. It's cheaper now. I mean, you know how expensive the market is these days? You don't get out of there for under $150. Users of leading meal kits have rated Home Chef #1 in quality, convenience, value, taste, and recipe ease. And I don't know what else you need to be #1 in. That about covers it. It's Home Chef, right, Dawson?
For a limited time, Home Chef is offering Adams listeners 50% off and free shipping for your first box, plus free dessert for life. Go to homechef.com/Adam. That's homechef.com/Adam for 50% off your first box and free dessert for life. Homechef.com/Adam. Must be an active subscriber to receive free dessert.
This September, CBS hits are streaming free on Pluto TV.
I'm coming in hot.
For this month only, stream full episodes of Matlock.
I'm a lawyer, like the old TV show.
Fire Country, Elsbeth.
I do love a mystery.
NCIS Origins, Watson, and Ghosts.
What the hell?
This is the most amazing sight I've never seen.
All for free. The CBS shows you love, this month only on Pluto TV. Stream now, pay never.
That's what it was.
What do you think would be sadder, is seeing that much caulk or actually just leaving it as is and never having recalked it at all? And just letting it just get moldy? What is the sadder version?
First off, there's nothing underneath it. It's not like we're on the 3rd story or something. The only thing underneath it is a crawl space.
Sure.
It looks like your bathtub is decorated for Christmas.
Tinsel around it?
Jesus Christ. It's so, ugh. I hated it. I hated that house. But my mom got a portable TV so she could watch stuff on the commode later on. Again, the TV was not part of my childhood. That became a later in
You
life.
didn't live in the lap of luxury
No.
with a black and white TV.
No, Kyle, how did you grow up?
Well, the butler lived in the room next to me, so that was kind of annoying because I could sort of hear him.
Mm-hmm.
And then my dad's plane was like, it was always like in the shop.
How much caulk did you have
I didn't
on
grow
it?
up like super rich, but I grew up around rich people, and we did belong to a country club for like 2 years. And I remember one time I told my dad there was a breakdancing fight at the country club, and he drove me down there to have a breakdancing fight. But we were kind of poor because we were around richer people. I thought we were poor. Then I got out and I realized we were like upper middle class.
What'd your dad do for a living?
He was a lawyer. He didn't make much money until the end of his life. He was on the insurance side for a while, the lawyers everyone hates. Mm-hmm. And then he flipped over to for the plaintiffs, and he got this huge case where he literally was going to make $60 million, but he got a brain tumor right in the beginning of it. So he could try like half a case, and the widow got like 19 million. And my dad was actually a little bit in debt, but it gave my mom like $2.5 million so she was set. Mm-hmm. But if he just stayed alive for like one more year, he would have had like $60 million. Fun fact.
Wow. Did he, how old were you when he died?
Like 26.
Oh, had he seen your success yet?
Not really, no. He was very supportive, but I'm sure he was concerned. Like, he wrote us all letters before he died, and like I could tell in the letter he was like a little concerned, but he's always very supportive.
Who all got a letter?
Me and my brother and sister got letters.
Did you? I had this too. Did you get separate letters? Because I got a joint letter. Me and my sister got we got a joint letter. We got a letter like when you get the letter from a president, with the auto pen and dear concerned citizen.
Woman may concern. Yeah, we got one joint letter, then we got one individual letter for each.
Oh, individual, nice.
Yeah. It was very nice. I actually I thought I left it in LA, and I flew all the way to LA because I had a trashed one of those places where you keep all your crap, and I went through all of this stuff and it wasn't there. It was in this bag in New York. Anyway,
was it a meaningful?
Yeah,
letter?
That's why I just flew out to LA to go through the storage unit. And it was not there. But then I found it later, where I'd put it in New York.
And what, without getting into intimate detail, what was meaningful about it? I mean, your dad was a lawyer, so he was kind of a wordsmith, right?
Yeah, he was a very good writer. He just said that he was proud of me, which is nice, and that he didn't know where my talent came from, but because my mother was kind of like an actress type, and he was very quiet. And he said, but maybe there's a vaudevillian in his family somewhere. And then he just said that even though I chose probably one of the hardest careers to do, that I was going to, it was he said, by heavens, you're going to do it.
Oh, really?
Wow. Really nice.
Wow.
Yeah. And it was a nice, and it was on this black and gold frame. And then, I don't know, this is kind of I don't believe in woo-woo stuff, but I don't want to even tell a story. It's not funny.
Oh,
but
good. Tell us.
No, but I went to the Emmys and I won an Emmy, and it was the same black and gold colors. And his favorite song that was played at his funeral was sung by Bocelli. Was that Anthony? Yeah, that guy. Yeah. And him and the piano player who I'm forgetting his name. Anyway, they were singing that song. It was just me. No one was paying attention to that governor's ball, whatever thing they do. And I don't know. I don't believe in that stuff. But it was
hold on. Time to say goodbye?
Yes.
All right, sorry. The funny thing.
Yes,
let me just hold on a second.
Okay.
I was sitting here and I was thinking, wait, do we have a second half guest? Oh, wait, that guy dropped off. And then you're in the middle of your heartfelt story and the screen just says time to say goodbye. And I was like, I'm not going to cut him off. Let him finish his fucking story before we go to news.
That was probably a good idea to cut off.
Sorry, Kyle, we got to cut you off. But finish the dad story next time. It's time to say goodbye. I thought that was a prompt.
Yeah.
That's so funny. All right. And so how long... Well, see, you won your Emmy how long after your dad passed? It's been a few years,
Oh, it
right?
was almost 20 years. It was maybe 17 years or something.
Oh, okay.
Long.
But you got your own letter.
I got my own letter. Yeah. What did your group letter say? Do you remember?
It was short, and I'd have to go look. I don't know where it is. But so it's kind of it's there's an interesting sort of human phenomenon. And I've always used this as an example where it's the boss calls the employee into the room, into his office. We'll put the picture up in a second. And you go, Steve, we got to let you go because people feel like you're too abrasive and you're disrespectful. And he goes, fuck you. And you go, yeah, this is fuck yourself, bro. And you go, right. The people feel like you speak to people in a disrespectful tone. A lot of people are saying you're abrasive and you're you can suck my dick. And you're like, oh, you're making my point in the middle of me. You're doing a much better job of making my point than I am of making my point. And my mom's letter to her kids explaining she wasn't a bad mom, but not writing two separate letters. She basically was saying, I know you thought I was lazy and I know you thought I wasn't attentive, but here's why I was. But it was 2 paragraphs to both of you.
Yeah.
And it wasn't on, stationery or anything. It was just, on Xerox paper. Yeah. So she made my point about being a lazy mom with her last act as a mom. It was some pablum, and I don't want to sound like a douche, but I mean, it's sort of why I'm wired the way I'm wired, which is my mom was one of these people, and my grandmother was this way too, which is And it's why I always go nuts when I hear like the politician going, everyone deserves a seat at the table and everyone needs to be treated with dignity. I was like, what is the fucking plan? What is the plan? I want to hear the fucking plan. I want to know what you're doing. I want to know what your plan is. I want to treat everyone with dignity. And I believe everyone has the right to dream. And it's like, I want to know what the fucking plan is. Because my mom got a lot of mileage over going, I know I wasn't a good mom, but there was great love. There was always love. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh, was there?
Yeah.
By the way, I'd trade that in for a fucking sandwich. If I could get some sandwich or some college money or something, or something, you know? So it was like, and I realized like they did that sort of globally, like when my grandmother, you know, like it was that sort of thing where like rich people need to pay their fair share. It's like you have people who work for you who are poor, pay them. Pay them. I don't want to pay them. It's like, all right, then shut the fuck up. Stop telling me how these poor people need to live in dignity, but you don't want to fucking pay them. It was always just talk. So the last letter was a lot of like, I know, you know, I didn't do a great job, but there was love. There was great love. And my thing is first off, that's academic. I mean, the love part. Unless it actually manifests itself in some kind of action, like some form of manifestation of, okay, I'm going to sit down and read a book to you every night, or we're going to hug hard when we see each other, or, you know, every Pop Warner football game you play, look up in the stands, you'll see me standing there wearing your jersey number. Like, if it's great love, but it translates into zero, then what is it? And then I'll ask you, who else loves me who does nothing ever? And then how do I benefit from this?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's great love.
I really thought about doing charity. I'm really thinking about it.
That's what it is. The woman who wanted everyone to pay their fair share in taxes never paid taxes. That was basically my mom, but there was great love. And she cared about the indigenous people, even though she never helped anybody who's indigenous. But there was love. There was great love. And the reason I get pissed off is it's such a fucking cop-out. Because I don't have to love my kids, but I have to save for college, and I have to buy them food, and I have to pay for tickets and take them places and keep them safe and do, you know, my daughter called me the other day and she's like, hey, the Lakers opening game. Can you call your buddy Jay Moore and get some tickets to the? And I'm like, all right, I'll call Jay Moore. And she goes, can we get 3 tickets? Because I want to bring a friend. And I'm like, I don't want to burden him.
Yeah.
They're playing the Golden State Warriors. It's opening night. You know what I mean? Could you just answer? I don't know if it's love or not. I did something. We got the tickets. Thanks, Jay Moore. Thanks, Jeannie. But the point is I don't know where love factors in. She wants tickets to the Lakers game. I'd like to get her tickets to the Lakers game. But if Kyle Dunnigan asked me for tickets to the Lakers game, I would fucking do it. I would try.
Really?
I would say, you know what I'd say? No promises. I'll hit Jay Moore up, see what he can do.
Yeah, the three of us going to the Lakers game. Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying.
I remember my biological father told me once, he goes, you kids are my whole life. And I'm like, I am 33. This is the 4th time we've met.
I know.
How is that possible?
I don't, here's what I don't like. I don't like anybody who like murders someone and then the mom goes, but he's a good kid. He's a good kid. It's like, he's not a good kid. And you're not a good mom. And no, there's not great love. And no, he's not your life. He's not, you know, I know we never talk, but I thought about you. Okay, he didn't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole thing. Or blame Toyota for catalytic conversion. I want stuff. I want action. I want to know what the plan is. If there's great love, then how come there's no sandwiches?
Mm-hmm.
Why they sleep in a room with no air conditioner? Why? Why all of this?
Mm-hmm.
How come I never got a mini bike? With great love. So she just wrote this sort of dual thing, but it's also falls on deaf ears because it's like, you know, people, it's like we all know the budding comedians or the whatevers where they go, I'm going to get my hour special together soon. You know, it's been 7 years of that. Who are they talking to? You know what I mean? You always just walk away and go, he's not fucking doing it. He's not doing it. He's not prepared. He just went and did the act I saw him do 7 years ago. He's not doing anything new. Mm-hmm. Like he's going to write a book. He never wrote the book. Like, of all the people in the world to explain there was great love, you picked the wrong two people to explain there was great love because we didn't get a sandwich.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But good for you, Kyle. You got a nice letter, an individual letter.
Yep.
Did you Did you and your brother and sisters do a word count to see who was loved more?
No, but I'm going to call them tonight.
Call them tonight and get a word count.
Mine's not that long.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. My big question is, did you win the breakdancing fight?
You know what's weird? By the time I got there, my friend who we would breakdance and the people that he challenged or whatever, they were all just like talking and showing each other moves. Like breakdance fighting back in the late 80s, you didn't actually fight. You just kind of danced at each other and then talked to each other about your moves. I got there late.
Who's a better breakdancer in their prime, you or Vin Diesel?
Do you have a clip of him breakdancing? I could tell you. I won a breakdancing contest in 7th grade. I'm not bragging. I'm just telling you guys facts.
Well, that's like in Brattleboro, Vermont, though, home of the Whitey.
And back in those days,
what city was that in? There was one black in the entire town.
We were all white except for one black girl, and we did the Wiz, my high school, which is a black musical.
You did the Wiz.
Yeah, and I was a scarecrow, and the dialogue was like, Dorothy, where be the whiz at? Like, and I did it like that because that's how it was written. Like, we didn't know. Yeah. And there was a black girl in the school, and she was cast as a munchkin.
Oh, she didn't even get Dorothy?
No. And we were just all I was like, damn, Dorothy, where's the whiz at? And we were all white. And the town next to us did it too. And the Westport, Connecticut also did it.
They did the Wiz as well.
Same year, Weston and Westport, Connecticut, all white people except for one, munchkin, did the Wiz.
Wow.
And then we did Flower Drum Song. You probably don't know what that musical is, but that's all Chinese people. And our makeup, this is, 89. Our makeup was, we did the eyes, all that. And people just thought it was like, oh, good acting. You seem Chinese. Or you know what I mean?
What city was your high school in?
Weston High School. It's near Westport, Connecticut. It's like the smaller, woodsier town. But
all right. Hold on. We have a picture of my kitchen, and we also have Vin Diesel breakdancing.
I'll be honest. I'll tell you if he was better than me.
No, I totally believe you, Kyle. You're always honest, and you're an aw shucks kind of guy. You're not braggadocious. There's my kitchen with the paint chipping off, and I'll show you the kitchen. I'll show you Vin Diesel, and then we'll do this. And I believe you, Kyle. You'll be honest.
I'll be honest.
There's young Vin with a full head of hair.
Ooh.
I can't believe you in the breakdancing community were not aware of another partner.
Wonder where he lived. Oh, this is nothing. Okay, not impressed.
Is Vin Diesel on the right?
Yeah.
It'd be weird if he was on the left.
Well, I didn't know if there's a third person. So far, this is nothing burger, right?
I would breakdance fight, beat him.
Oh, yeah.
I would beat the hell out of
this.
Why would you even film this? What is this on?
Yeah, he could have won an Olympic gold.
Remember that woman in Australia who...
Yes.
That's what I was saying, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
He's terrible.
All right, so Vin Diesel sucks.
Wait, is this the best?
But it's still not as bad as his acting, right? The guy
right in the nuts.
The guy kicked Vin Diesel in the nuts. By the way, that's that guy's claim to fame. Like, he died of that guy died of sickle cell in 2002, and that's all he had on his rap sheet was
Vin Diesel in the nuts. This is terrible. Look at this move. What is that? No, that's
this is junk. Vin Diesel's horrible, right?
Would have knocked him out. Yeah, that's bad.
All right. Yeah, I know nothing about breakdancing, but that was bad. All right, I'll show you my kitchen, and then we'll break and do a little news. Now this is later. Again, if you see a spare TV set sitting around, that's my mom buying it at a garage sale after I'm gone.
Beautiful.
You can see the paint peeling just literally peeling. Also, the upper cabinet stuck out like 18 inches, so you couldn't use the sink without putting your face into the cabinet. And the sink, you got more bad caulking around the back of the sink. You can see that. The real thing that you can barely see is the fake vinyl wood flooring on the bottom. Those are vinyl tiles. You see, it's all worn off in just beige where the person stood for the last 70 years because no one would ever paint anything or replace anything or fix anything. It's just old, weird avocado green, and the paint's blistering and peeling off. And the oldest, weirdest, at a certain point, wallpaper gets crispy.
Yeah.
It's so fucking old, it gets brittle and weird and stained. And that was it.
Man. What made you take this picture?
That is the thing that's funny about the pictures of my old house is this looks like evidence, right?
Yeah.
This looks like your attorney, like your dad, if he represented me, would go, I know you think of my client as a cold-blooded killer, but let me show you pictures of where he grew up. Obviously, there must be sympathy for the man and what it would do to the brain of a young child who grew up in such squalor and filth, and it get knocked down to manslaughter. I believe your dad could do that. He would show pictures of the house I grew up in, and the audience the jury would be immediately sympathetic, right?
Did you take pictures of the kitchen and then turn around and take the pictures of the bathroom? Was it all in one enclosed space?
These are none. First off, I never owned a camera. These are my stepdad taking weird pictures of the house at some point. For some reason, there's a whole desktop full of them. There's probably like 12 pictures. They're all one's uglier than the next. But it is nice when when you hear my kids complain. No fourth ticket for opening night of the Lakers game. None. None of those.
Yeah.
None of those.
I noticed the coffee mugs were rinsed, though.
Oh,
it's a nice touch. Yeah.
And my mom was a thermos lady. She had the thermos all the time, had her tea with her thermos in it. Now, the thermos was bought used. And the thing that was funny is all the mugs and all the plates, all the mugs, everything was bought at a thrift store, right? And most people are like, they might buy something used, but they usually stop when they draw the line at stuff you put in your mouth. You know what I mean? Like a mug. Also, it's not like mugs were ungettable back then. It's like my mom wouldn't be like, well, you don't know any potters, do you? Or anyone owns a kiln. You could go down to fucking Sears and buy a mug for 89 cents, or you get a used one for 11 cents. Mm-hmm. That's how my mom rolled. So we would go to the thrift stores, which always smelled of like mildew and failure. It smelled like failure too in there, didn't it? Like board games that were missing like 6 pieces, and everything smelled mildewy and everything. And my sister picked out what she thought was this cool cup. Like it was her cup. Like it's back when everyone had a cup. Like that's my glass, that's your mug. We're going to have extra mugs and cups. And my sister got this sort of novelty, thick glass. Looked like it was 100 years old, but it was kind of funny. And it was graduated. It had like numbers on the side of it. And that was her cup. And that was her cup for years and years and years. And then at some point, somebody came over, and the guy was a physician. I don't know who he was or something. And my sister had the cup with the thing. And he goes, oh, that's a funny, cup. And she goes, yeah, it's my glass, what I use. And he goes, oh, you know what that is? That's an old-time urine sampler cup. People in 1902 would piss into that thing. It was graduated on the side. You'd present it to the doctor, who would probably prescribe leeches at the time that was cup. So my sister drank out of a used urine glass.
That's amazing.
So,
Yeah, bedpan motorcycle helmet.
All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We do the news right after this. O'Reilly. All Auto Parts. Yeah, good guys. They're in the business of keeping your car on the road. O'Reilly Auto Parts offers friendly, helpful service and the parts and the knowledge you need for all your maintenance and all your repairs. Always use O'Reilly. And in a world where no one knows anything anymore, these guys are knowledgeable and they know their products and they know your car. Believe me, I know the subject, and I've been to O'Reilly. I was 2 times in the last 2 months, and the guys knew what they're talking about. And actually, one guy held the door open for me as well. So whether you're a car aficionado or an auto novice, you'll find the employees at O'Reilly Auto Parts are knowledgeable, helpful, and best of all, they are friendly. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today, or you can visit us online at O'ReillyAuto.com/Adam. That's O'ReillyAuto.com/Adam.
This September, CBS hits are streaming free on Pluto TV.
I'm coming in hot.
For this month only, stream full episodes of Matlock,
I'm a lawyer, like the old TV show.
Fire Country, Elsbeth,
I do love a mystery.
NCIS Origins, Watson, and Ghosts.
What the hell?
This is the most amazing sight I've never seen.
All for free. The CBS shows you love, this month only on Pluto TV. Stream now, pay never.
I think I have 2 things when I hear old-timey music. The first is, I can't believe these were the new hit tunes. Like, not that long ago, there was a guy with his Victrola like, you gotta hear this new tune, it really cooks. Oh, there's a spring in my step, and a nickel in my pocket. Scuba-da-doo. Oh, yeah, fuck yeah! Check out that new hit. Scuba-da-doo, there's a little old nickel. And their parents were like, turn that racket down! Shut up, Dad, this is our music now! Not like you and Mom's boring shit-ass violin crap music. Our music's cool as fuck!
Kyle Dunnigan is on the Adam Carolla Show.
Kyle is going to be...
I heard no laughter on that.
Was there all laughs?
Did you guys hear laughter? I just heard myself. I go, wow, that sounds
No, big pop.
Yeah.
Big pop.
So good.
ACME Comedy Club, Minneapolis. That's September 18th through 20th. And then September 26th to 27th, Zanies Comedy Club in Nashville, Tennessee. Zanies, cool club. Fun club.
Never been there.
You never been to Zanies?
No. I'm looking forward to it.
It's great. It's fun because... You been to Zanies?
I've done all the other ones except for the one in Nashville, yeah.
So no.
No, you're right, no.
Yeah, say, Bill Maher, say so no condescendingly. I'll be Rudy PAVICH. Ask me if I've ever done Zanies.
Have you ever done Zanies?
I've done all the Zanies except for the one in Nashville.
Okay, so no.
Yeah. That's how I wanted to say it, Rudy. It's kind of fun because it's a comedy club, but it's got a little honky tonk in it. It's got like a balcony, and people are kind of fun. And I've been up there. I've done it a bunch of times, but I've done live podcasts there. Did one with Nate Bargatze. What happened to that kid? He was really had a promising future. This is like 4 years ago, so I don't know what happened to him.
Have you ever done the other Zanies in Chicago?
So no.
Okay.
I'm going to answer. I have plausible deniability with every comedy club where I can go, I don't know. The answer is I don't know because I cannot remember. But you guys will both like it when you get there. It's fun. It's a fun club. All right. What do we got in the news department?
All right. President Trump said Monday that he would file a $15 billion lawsuit for defamation against the New York Times days after the newspaper released articles on his ties to disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein. The statement comes after Trump threatened last week to sue the New York Times for its reporting related to a sexually suggestive note and drawing given to Epstein. He said, "Today, I have the great honor of bringing a $15 billion defamation suit against the New York Times," he said in a post on his social platform, Truth Social. The New York Times did not immediately respond for comments outside of regular business hours.
We're on to billion. We're done with million.
Mm-hmm.
We're like bored with million. And if you would have got hold of me when I was living in that shotgun shack the caulking hut of North Hollywood. People come to our house and try to buy caulk from us. They go, well, the Home Depot's closed, and we need caulking. I go, okay. I can spare a couple of metric tons. Let me just go to the bathroom, check with my stepdad.
Cut you out a chunk?
Yeah, I'll cut you a chunk. So here's what I don't like. If you would have got hold of me when I was living in that shack with no dryer and said, one day you'll be a millionaire, I would have went like, oh, my God. Oh, my God. And then they would have went, but no one will care because they'll be on to billionaires by then.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll go, wait a minute. I'll be a millionaire? Yeah. But no one will give a shit? No.
Yeah.
They're on to billions. We went right past millionaire, we just went to billions.
Yeah.
And now, like, if you're, my net worth is $71 million. Gives a fuck.
Yeah.
We're still splitting the check. Like it's you got to be. It's all billions, and signing a contract with a Major League Baseball team is $9 million. You know what I mean? It's like
whatever.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like fucking medium-sized house in Malibu is $9 million. We're done with millions. It doesn't even mean anything anymore.
There's a big gap. I don't remember exactly what it is, but it's like a million seconds is like 11 days, and a billion seconds is like 30 years. Like there's a huge gap between millions and billions.
And like a lawsuit where you got $2 million or something used to be set for life. You know, and now it's like that's all.
Yeah, I was thinking about it with Robert Redford passing away. That indecent proposal. He offered $1 million to sleep with Demi Moore.
Right.
I was like, what would that price be now? You'd have to offer up $10,000 or $10 million to be able to sleep.
Yeah,
with
the
her.
movie wouldn't ring true.
No, $1 million. Who gives a shit?
Oh, so you can buy a shitty ranch house in Reseda and still owe $400,000? Like, no, so, to fuck my wife?
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Robert Redford offered that a seedy house.
I would be.
Tons of caulk in the bathroom.
That's in the editor's cut. I'd be like, if Robert Redford was like, met me in a casino, it's like, I'll give you $1 million to fuck your wife. I'd be like, save your $1 million. I'll give you 100 if I can watch. And we'd have a whole new movie. Be a different kind of genre of movie. Wouldn't be any pantsuit genre. I'll tell you that right now. No pantsuit.
Kids don't know who Robert Redford is. Also, Paul Newman. Like no one knows. People under like 35, they don't even know who like Paul Newman is.
I know. I have all his cars, and no one cares.
I know. I've seen those are really cool cars. I've seen
Redford. I like because he was in our Paul Newman doc. There were other guys that like Letterman wouldn't be in it, but Redford was in it. Letterman owned a racing team, an Indy team, and so did Paul Newman. So it made sense that they're both Indy team owners, but. Letterman said he wouldn't have anything to contribute, even though they both owned Indy teams. I don't know. You guys are the only two celebrities to ever own a professional Indy racing car team. So I believe you might have some thoughts on this subject, but he didn't have any. But Redford was in it, and he was very nice about it.
Yeah, the fact that you got Bill Cosby in the Willie T. Ribbs story, that was impressive.
That's a get.
Very impressive.
I think they call that archival.
Oh, that's what that... it wasn't shot after the... No? Okay. I thought that was fresh footage. I could be wrong.
I said to Willie T. Ribbs, who was friends with Bill Cosby, Bill Cosby said to Willie T. Ribbs, black driver, I will go out and get you the money to sponsor you at Indy. And to go to Indy back then on the cheap end, it'd be like $350,000 or something. But this is 80s. Back when if I was a millionaire, people would look up to me, right? Mm-hmm. So Bill just went to Jell-O and Coke and McDonald's or whomever he was being a mouthpiece for, because he was big time sponsor. You know, he was the Peyton Manning of his day. And he just went to all these people, and I'll just turn him down. He just thought he was going to waltz into Jell-O or Kodak or whoever he was doing his shit with, and went, "Hey, I got this driver. I'm asking you to sponsor. Go ahead and line up." And everyone just said no. So now Bill, who promised don't worry about it. I'll get the sponsorship, is now on the hook himself for like $300,000.
Crazy.
And he ponied up.
Wow.
And if you look at that car, it didn't have any sponsorship on it. It had Bill Cosby's wife's name on it. Which you got to do.
Yeah.
Because when you're saying to your wife, look, McDonald's and Jell-O turned me down, but don't worry, we're going to pay for this Indy car. But don't worry, I'm going to put your name on it.
Yeah, if Cosby's wife would have fucked Robert Redford for $1 million, see?
Would work.
Been all together, yeah.
Yeah, so Willie did say to me, I think I can get Bill Cosby.
Wow.
And I was always like, let's do it.
That'd have been amazing.
Get him on. I would have said to him, look, I'm not going to talk about roofing chicks. I just want to talk about back in the day sponsoring Willie T's first race car at Indy, which he did.
Wow. Amazing. I know you got some thoughts on this. So this happened on Sunday night. She right now is the toast of Hamas. Hannah Einbinder, who is the Nepo baby of original Saturday Night Live performer Lorraine Newman, made quite the splash at the Emmy Awards ceremony Sunday night, drawing energetic praise and some blurred-out shoulders. On Monday, a mouthpiece praised the 30-year-old starlet's foul-mouthed rant, which featured the slogan "Free Palestine" during the live Emmy broadcast. The terrorist propaganda arm, the Quds Network, latched onto the statement, and then, but they would only go so far. They posted a picture of her with her torso blurred out, including her pro-Palestine pin.
Oh, because I can't show
shoulders,
female.
Yeah, torsos, yep, tops, yeah.
I love when it gets ironic.
Yeah.
This is the group you'd like to be in charge, except for if they were, you would never be up on that stage, and you would be flogged out in the fucking street somewhere. I love it. I love the gays for Palestine. That's my favorite group. I love when their retarded ideology sort of runs into reality. Also, it's so easy because you just yell "fuck ICE," which is one of the things she yelled.
Yeah.
And you just yell "fuck ICE" and everyone cheers. But once again, just like my mom and my grandma, okay, fuck ICE. Okay, what is the plan? Would you like an open border? Would you like fentanyl just wandering across the border? You know, they do bust guys who are gangbangers who do human trafficking. Are you against human trafficking? What is your ICE plan other than fuck ICE? Because that doesn't feel like a plan to me. I'd like to hear a plan. Yeah, fuck copper wiring and fuck catalytic converters while we're at it. But I still would like to hear a coherent plan. So she's a dumb shit. And she also realizes if you yell fuck ICE, and really what these people are is cowards, because you can yell fuck ICE and fuck Donald Trump and free Palestine and you'll work. If you yelled out, I'm pro-MAGA and I'm for Israel and we need more border, whatever, you'd never work again in the town. So some of it is, a tactical kind of work-related thing. There is a great clip, Andrew, that I sent you of Mazie Hirono, who is easily the dumbest person in Congress, but it's perfect because she's Hawaiian, so it works out well. But she is making her point, but I love when their point runs up against their point. Like, there's a picture of her, and this is great, except for because of Sharia law, we have to blur out your shoulders, which I didn't even know what was going on when I saw that picture. Mazie Hirono, who, she's not the dumbest person in Congress, she sounds like the dumbest person, but she is questioning Kash Patel, the head of the FBI, and she wants to know why agents have to do push-ups, and she's explaining that women can't do push-ups. Have you guys ever seen footage of, like, two female officers like trying to take down one big drunken dude and they can't do it?
Yeah, one just came out. This lady got rocked. Female cop just got completely knocked out cold.
I didn't even see that one, but here's what I'm saying. The reason she can't is the same reason my sister couldn't take me out when I was 16. I was just bigger and stronger, and I'd fucking throw her on the ground. And it's stupid to have that person in charge of taking me out when I can't be taken out by that person. But they live in some sort of alternative universe where everyone needs to be everywhere, except for you're endangering the public and you're endangering the chicks that are getting rocked by the dude. All right, but this is Mazie making a point about women and push-ups in the FBI, and she's also making a bad point about the transgender or men can be women or women can be men or women have no advantage on the athletic field. Sorry, men have no advantage on the athletic field. She's making an argument here. Let's try to listen what this dumb shit's saying.
You know, you've been asked some questions about changes to your hiring standard, and including college degrees and possibly the age. But, you know, one question I had is... I
don't know. I forgot it. Something about Toyota.
That you are now requiring applicants to be able to do...
What's Kash Patel thinking? Like, you know they're going, this fucking retarded cow.
Yeah.
This fucking retarded cow. How long do I have to pretend to be engaged with this retarded cow that doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about? She doesn't even know what she's talking about. Like, that's a weird... Like, the thing is, like, you can disagree on politics. Like you go, like, all right, I disagree with a lot of stuff Bill Maher says. But I go, the guy's sharp. You know what I mean? He's funny, and he does ask poignant questions, and he makes some pretty good points. But what if your person is just a dumb cow? You know what I mean? Like, oh, fuck, that guy's she's so fucking dumb. Like, you know what I mean? All right, sorry, we'll play on.
That you are now requiring applicants to be able to do a certain kind of pull-ups, which a lot of women cannot because of physiological differences. Are you requiring these kinds of pull-ups?
We are requiring a physical program at BFTC at Quantico because FBI agents carrying guns in the field have to chase down bad guys and do really hard work. The physical fitness standards of those agents
are you requiring these kinds of pull-ups?
We are requiring everybody to pass the 1811 standards at BFTC. If you want to chase down a bad guy and put him in handcuffs, you better be able to do a pull-up.
The reason I ask is that there are concerns about whether or not being able to do these kinds of harsh pull-ups is really required of FBI agents.
Doing one pull-up is not harsh, and there are always medical exemptions to that.
Hold on a second. Also, members of her own party, when it's like Mazie Hirono's turn to talk, you got to be like, when you got that fucking dumb shit brother and he's drunk and he goes, I want to make a toast. And you go, oh, fuck, here goes Brett. Oh, fuck. I'm going to take a piss. I don't fucking be here for this. It's not going to be good. You know what I mean? Like, just like her folks she's friends with, folks that share her party, folks that vote party line on everything. When Mazie Hirono sidles up to the mic, they have to be thinking, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Right? Like, okay. What point is this cow going to make? I don't know what her point was. Are you going to force people to do the harsh pull-ups? You changing the pull-ups, the harder, more harder pull-ups? Much like Nithya Raman, I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Like, I rather... There's a certain threshold for stupid. And I'm not saying there's disagreement. There's disagreement, and then there's I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, you can tell Cash's eyes are going up. He's like, I can't even look at this bitch. She has no idea what she's talking about.
You get dumber if you lock eyes with Mazie Hirono. You will lose 5 points, 5 IQ points for every 10 seconds you engage in her. Yeah. Yes, she can make you dumb like Candyman in the mirror. You say her name 3 times, you become retarded. Did you know that? You say Mazie. I won't do it. I'm only say Mazie twice. I won't say it 3 times. You become retarded. Okay, what is her point?
That the pull-ups are way too harsh to ask a woman to do, and so that's sexist.
Right. And his point is we need everyone to be able to do this so that we give them a gun and put them out in the field so they don't get cold cocked and knocked out.
Yeah.
That's what we need. So it doesn't matter. Anyone who can complete it. And by the way, I thought you guys were just saying that women didn't have any advantage on the, like, what is your message? You don't know what a woman is. Okay. And then there's no advantage to a biological male participating in women's volleyball, but now they can't do chin-ups? Which is it, I guess, is what I'm saying. Can we figure out can we be clear with your argument about this? These real hard.
Both and neither is the answer.
Both and neither. Right. All right. Do we got one more there?
Yeah, we can do one more here. Let's do this one because there's a video to it. I bet you guys are going to. I sent this to Kyle earlier today so we can take a look at it. An Arizona man beaten up, arrested for urinating in theater during anime movie Demon Slayer. As you can see in the video, there's a few men wailing down on the suspect while a family with a young child looks on. Chaos ensues until a theater employee barges in, turns on the light, and orders everyone to calm down.
What is up with anime? I don't get it.
I don't know.
I don't either.
So many.
What? Okay. What would you have more respect? Like if I just went, hey, Rudy, I watch a lot of anime and I beat off to it.
Mm-hmm.
Versus I just watch a lot of anime and I like anime. In terms of judging me.
Yeah.
What's lower? You know what I mean?
Well, are you watching the anime? Is it anime porn or is it just straight up anime? Like on
I just
Adult
watch
Swim?
a lot of anime and I beat off.
Just a lot of anime? Okay.
Or I just watch a lot of anime and I don't beat off.
Okay. Can I get your password for the anime channel?
I'm just.
So I
it's
can check
just.
it out?
It's a yes or no.
No, I would have zero respect. Yeah, I don't like anybody.
But what's wrong? If a guy said I watch a lot of anime and I'd be like, what? And he'd go, I beat off to it. I'd go, okay. You know what I mean? At least that's your thing.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just a guy who watches a lot of anime.
Yeah. No, like the anime genre, the furries genre.
I don't all the genres. I don't get it.
I don't get it. Yeah.
Pantsuit genre. Don't get it.
When I was working at Lovesac, there was a couple that came in dressed as dogs. Like they were furries, and I casually just said when they came in, they were a couple, like an actual married couple dressed up like animals, and I just said, hey, by the way, we don't allow pets on the furniture.
Oh, that's good.
And rip shit mad. I got an email from corporate about
written up.
Yeah, I was like, this is dumb. Why am I working here? I left shortly after. But in the video, you can see this guy takes an ass kicking.
He peed.
Good.
The music helps.
Yeah.
It'd be better if Barbie was the movie they went to.
Yeah. Beating in the dark is tough. I don't know. Is the guy beating in black? Because that's an extra advantage.
When the lights come on, you'll notice that I believe he is Mexican.
Darker's always better when you're beating at night. That's why a lot of crime is committed by blacks and Mexicans at night. You know what I mean? Stealthy, super stealthy. Wow. Is the guy? You're ruining the whole movie. I would argue your fisticuffs are ruining the movie as well. The guy peed?
Yeah, it wasn't clear if he peed on anybody in the movie, but if there's a genre of people that wanted to be peed on, he peed on what was that, Andrew?
He peed on a kid.
Oh, he peed on a kid.
Pissed on a kid.
Yeah. Yeah, that deserves an ass kicking.
I don't know. I'm sympathetic because I've been peed on so many times that, I'm one of the few people who'd rather be peed on than spat on.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dr. Drew once told me urine was sterile and it opened up my world, man. I started peeing on apples before I ate them.
Yeah. Well, that explains the question they asked me during the interview then. That's would I be willing to pee on Adam?
Would you rather get pee or a loogie?
For some reason, I think I'd rather go loogie.
Kyle?
In the face, pee and loogie in the eyes and mouth area.
Well, we'll break it off. I'll be here. Pee and loogie on the thigh or on the forehead.
Okay.
Ugh.
I think I would take pee on the leg, but I would rather take spit in the face.
Loogie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I want urine on both. I'm surprised I'm saying this, but I think I want to be peed on.
Double urine. Yeah.
How do you say it's unsanitary? Because spitting, I feel like I get sick. I get some kind of illness.
Yeah.
Dawson, pee or loogie?
Did I just get stung by a jellyfish? That would change the answer. No, I'd like to make the joke that pee on me, but no, spit on me.
I know you do it.
Yeah.
Is it a man or a woman?
Loogie.
That might
It's
change
loogie, though. Remember, it's loogie.
Sure. Snot it up. I'll
No, I
take
knew
it.
you go loogie because I'd go pee.
Yeah.
Andrew, I always know where Dawson's going because it's always the opposite of what I think.
Yeah, loogie.
Now, it's weird because pee is first off, pee rolls off you like water off a duck's ass, man. I've been peed on thousands. No, not thousands, but over under on me getting peed on. 78.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
And that's not in a shower. I mean, that's public space.
Yeah.
That's outdoors. That's restaurants, bars, school.
Yeah.
It's school hours. Clothed. You know, that I've been peed on a lot.
We had a dude.
And I got kind of used to it. Couple things. The loogie has adhesive qualities to it. You got to work to get a loogie off. If that loogie gets in your fucking hair or your beard or whatever, you got to fucking do it. The pee will roll off you. You know what I mean? You got to, rinse your whatever off, but you loogie on my thigh, I gotta work it. I gotta work it a little bit. Pee, I could just hose my thigh off. If pee rolls off. I'm with you, Kyle.
Wait, I want an amendment though. I think a man, I'd rather have him spit and the woman pee on me because a man peeing on you, his penis is in your face.
Oh, no. We could get. I got friends that can get you from across the room.
Oh, okay.
I didn't get peed on 78 times because I like guys' dicks in my face. I got peed on. I got peed on from vehicles that I wasn't in. Oh yeah, okay. I've been peed on from like across boardroom tables and in bathrooms I was on the other side of. Like I've been peed on at a great distance. Distance.
We had a dude on the football team who was, pretty regularly would pee on his teammates. And then one time, his friend name was Jimmy. We were in the shower and he took a piss right onto our friend Steve. And somebody said, "Jimmy, I don't think that pee looks right. It's got like a crimson look to it, man." He's like, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "It's red. I think you're bleeding internally." And he goes, "Nah, it's been going on for like 2 weeks. It's fine." Come to find out, he needed to have surgery. He had like an internal infection that was eating his insides. And had he not peed on Steve, I feel like he could have died. I feel like it was a very good interventive piss that we saved Jimmy's life with.
I wish I could have discovered that in Ray and Chris's pee, but there's just standard pee. And also, I was able to do a little social experiment of how a stranger reacts when you pee on them. Because I've seen Ray pee on a stranger. And it turns out not nearly what you'd think.
Really?
What did it do?
Ray was just standing at the urinal next to this kid, and just turned and started pissing on him. And and the kid just looked at Ray and he went, "Dude." And that was about it. Like it wasn't it's more like shot in the movies and shot in real life.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like shot in real life, they go like, "I didn't even know I was shot. I felt something warm. It was real warm, and there was blood or whatever." It's a much less theatrical response.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And then Ray also peed on me for my 10th year reunion, and we were at like the old spaghetti factory in Pasadena, where our 10-year reunion was, and we're taking a piss. I was wearing a suit, probably one that I borrowed, and he turned to me, he pissed on me in the bathroom. And I was like, "Come on, man, we're right in the middle of a reunion. Like I borrowed this suit." And he goes, "Old times." And I go, "Oh, okay. Yeah, good point. You made a point. It's a reunion." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what we did.
You're right, yeah.
That's what we
Relive
did.
the old days.
Yeah, it's like he fucking trumped me. He grandfathered his piss in to me. And the funny thing is my reaction was like, "You make a point.
Yeah.
You do make a point. All right, well, I'll just mop up before I go back out into the general population of people who know I'm a loser because I'm 28 and haven't done anything at this point." All right, me, Albuquerque. Hey, Bill Maher, I'm playing the Chemo Theater. You hear that, Bill?
Who are you opening for?
No, come on now. I'm headlining September 26th, and then it's off to Flagstaff, Arizona, September 27th at the Orpheum Theater, Bill, huh? Not too shabby, huh?
No, time to say goodbye.
Okay, all right. I'll be at Kimmel's club. Yeah, back down to the clubs. That's October 2nd through the 4th over at
Well, I'll
Kimmel's
be there
Club.
November 13th or 14th. I'm at Kimmel's.
Oh, really? Oh,
you're there next month?
I'll be there October 2nd through the 4th. But wait a minute. Bill Maher, you're not going to be playing Jimmy's Club, are you?
No, I don't think so. I think it'll be closed by November.
Rudy, Kyle's got dates at the ACME Comedy Club and Zanies coming up. YouTube show, The Kyle Dunnigan Show as well. Rudy's dates. Where we got you, Rudy?
I'll be at the Gramercy Theater this Saturday night with Michael Yo, and then you can catch me October 3rd, Snarky Loon Brewing in Jenkins, Minnesota, and October 4th at Beaver Island Brewing in St. Cloud, Minnesota.
So, till next time, Adam Carolla, Rudy PAVICH, and Kyle Dunnigan saying, mahalo.